All right, welcome back. In this video, we will go through implementation of authentication for Teams app. So we will see first React application setup, and we will deploy that React application to Azure Web App, and also we will enable easy auth authentication mode, and we will create a application in Azure Active Directory and configure Teams app, and we will upload that package to the Teams store, and also we will run the application in a web Teams web client as well as desktop client. So we need to have certain React libraries to accomplish this SSO or any authentication. One is Teams.js and Angular. So we will see it in our React application as well. So there are two types of authentication we can enable in Teams apps or Teams apps tab. One is silent authentication, another is SSO. So in single sign-on, there is no explicit sign-in required. So whatever the authentication, whatever the user authenticated from Teams itself, it can proceed for further level of authentication in our apps as well. In silent authentication, for the first time login for into the Teams, and if you want your Teams app, there will be login is required to proceed with. So there will be one login button will be present, and you need to proceed the login operation, and then after you can your website will be visible under the tabs. For the next time login, it will not ask for login if the session is not timeout. Okay. So in this demo, we will see single sign-on authentication mode in how to implement these two with Teams app. So let me move on to Visual Studio. So I have created a React app using the Visual Studio 2019 ID. So and when you create a React app, you know like will have two folders, public and source. In the source, I have certain components I have created. If you see the home.js, I have included Teams.js library, React library. You know this is a single page application, and so we have like JavaScript code over here, and also if you come to the component did mount method, so we are initializing the Microsoft Teams initialize, and also we are calling the Microsoft Teams.authentication.get auth token and passing the request. So on successful, we will get the output, the token as a result, and failure will get the error as well. So it will display, the pop-up will appear, and it will show the respective result as well. Okay. So this piece of code I have included in one of the component home.js. So we will see it in the demo as well. Once we set up these things in a React app, so what I have done, I just published this React app to Azure environment as a web app. So I have created a Teams React app web app. In that I have hosted our React application. You could see, okay, sorry, this is the Active Directory home. I'll go to app service. App service, here React Teams. Yeah, this is the web app I have hosted in the web app environment. Okay, so if you see my or our hosted URL will be reactteams.azurewebsite.net. Okay, this is the URL we have hosted. Okay, and if you come to the authentication mode, I have enabled the authentication as well. If you are not enabled authentication, there is no issue while accessing this app inside the tab. Since we are integrating our authenticated website into the Teams, so we need to do certain configuration in the app service auth configuration, and also in the app registration as well. Okay, so first thing is I have enabled authentication through login through Azure Active Directory. If you go to the configuration, I have enabled advanced settings. I pass the client ID. Client ID where I have created is like here Teams. Okay, Teams app overview. I'll go to overview. So I have created the application in the Azure Active Directory. This is my client ID. The same thing I have placed over here, and also issue URL. Since I have created the app in the V2 version 2 registration, so our URL will be issuer will be login.microsoft.online / our tenant ID / v2.0. In case of v1, we will be having sts.windows.net windows.net / tenant ID, something else will come. Okay, since we are going with v2, so we will have the issuer URL in the same format, and also I have included the token audience. So token audience, where it will come from? So this is the our application AD URI. So if you go to our register application, so application ID URI I have set up like API : our website domain name, and also followed by application ID. The same thing I copied over here. Okay, allowed token audience, and I click OK. So we made all the setup related to Azure Web App. Okay, so let me move on to the Teams app creation. So as you know, like I have created an application in Azure Active Directory, and if you go to the redirect URL, you could see there is an application platform. So since I have created or deployed, or we are going to integrate our React Web App into the Teams tab. So React is nothing but a single page framework. So that's why I have created a single page application. So platform, I have selected the single page application, and redirect URI. We need to set, the first thing is like our hosted URL, and another is like .NET /auth hosted URL /auth end, and also another URL is like /auth /login /aad /callback. So these three URLs I have included in the redirect URI. So if you come down, I have enabled access token and ID token as well. That's all I have done from the authentications blade. Let me move on to API permission. In the API permission, I have created some scope as well. So if you come to the expose API, we'll go to expose API. Okay, in the expose API, for the application ID URI, I have created a scope. If you come over here, or if I click on existing one, so this is my application ID URI. So I have created user impersonation scope, and also I have enabled admins and users, I mean consent from admins and users, and also I have enabled state and select, saved it. Okay, similarly I have done for another scope as well. I have created another scope, access as user scope, and enabled the state as well. Okay, these two scope I have added. Once I added the scope, I added two client IDs. So these two are very important. So these two client IDs, one is for Microsoft Teams desktop client, another is for Microsoft Teams web client. So if I click on web client, so I have added scope of these two to the client ID, I mean the desktop client or web client. Okay. Similarly, I did the same approach for the web client as well. Web client as well I did, and I saved it. Okay. So in the API permission, I have enabled or I have given permission for Microsoft Graph Client, and I selected all these permissions are required if you are working through the Microsoft Graph or Microsoft Client, Microsoft Graph Client, and also I have given the permission, delegated permission for this app as well. So under add permission, my APIs, I selected this my register application, delegated permission I have given. So access user impersonation. So these are two scopes I have created. For the both scope I have given the permission as well. Okay, So these are things I have done it on the uh, application, Azure AD application. Okay. So once this setup is done, so we need to add or configure the Teams configuration as well. So you can get Teams or manifest file from the uh, Visual Studio itself. You can install the extension Microsoft Teams template. Once you have it, you can create a Microsoft Teams application. So it will be like this. So it will have services and tabs. You can opt like whether you need to have like tabs and bot as well. If you have only choose bot or tab, it will appear only that project as in the solution. So inside the publish, you will have all the configuration files like JSON files. This is the manifest file. When you publish it, it gives you the manifest file. So similarly, I have published and I got the manifest file and I updated the required component inside that. The first thing is in the static tab, I have given the our hosted website URL. That is the first thing. And scope I have given personal, so it should appear in my only in my what you say the environment. It should not appear in the Teams, general or any channel. Okay. So in the web application info, ID should be the application ID registered in the Azure Active Directory, and resource should be application ID URI in the Azure AD registered application. Okay. Permission you set it, and valid domain you give it your React. I mean your domain of your website, and also give the login.microsoftonline.com as well in the domains list. Once these settings done, you just package it. Let me 1 second. Let me show you the package. Where I can go here. Okay, I'll go here. So let me go to the project folder. Okay, open in Explorer. Okay, inside that template to the publish folder. So we'll have the zip file and also other components. So when you build this project, it will create a zip file. So go to your Microsoft Teams channel and go to apps, and there is a side loaded app as well. Click on that, upload it from directory, and you select it, package, and upload it. Once you upload that, you could see your app in the dashboard. Once you click on that app, it will open, right? It will open like this, and it will show the Teams chart and personal tab. This is because I have selected both chart and tab. I mean bot and tab in the manifest. It's appearing both. So let me show you the our website. If I browse here, our website. 1 second. That is React. React. Yeah, this is our website. So it is asking for login now. Since it's already logged in, it's automatically take you through that one, but it's already authentication enabled. So let me move on to my Teams. So let me log into this. Let me go back to my model. This is the username I have. Copy it and go to in next. Okay. So once you log in, So we should be able to see our apps as well. So this is our app. This is a chart, and when you click on this is the bot. Okay, this is the bot, and this is our tab. When you click on tab, so it's not asking for login for our website, whichever the website single page application we have integrated with this Teams app. So automatically it's logged in. So we are getting the token from the Teams login, but not from our web app login. So we have got the SSO token from the Teams login, and we can have an exchange with token exchange with Microsoft Graph Client for the further use inside our application as well. So in the coming videos, we will see how to work with or how to enable silent authentication mode with the Teams app. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.